Hello, everybody. Manlius here, and welcome back to another episode of As We Descend. And let's take a look at what we want to do next. So, okay, this is interesting. We can activate different types of special cards for certain units. So what we could do is we could focus on our votive guild and see if we can't. Let's see, can we activate all of them? We can. And I'm curious as to why we wouldn't. Okay, so let's see what we need to do to unlock the rest of the votive guild cards. And we need to draft 7 Arbalest cards and 25 Dauntless cards, and I think we can do that, as well as 25 Forgesmith cards. So let's focus, I think, on our Dauntless or Arbalest first, because we don't want to spread out too much with our special units, especially if they don't complement each other. All right, and first things first, draft a new unit with our old mentor. So I said I wanted to focus on the Dauntless or the Arbalest, but let's see. They have empowered critical, which increases their critical damage of all units by 50%. And then we have empowered Dauntless to increase its armor and force enemies to prioritize attacking it. Either one wouldn't be bad. Deal 5 damage times 4 hits, so that can either focus a single target if it's in its zone alone, or be spread out. I think we're going to go with our Arbalest, because we can keep them in the support zone, and then that way they can maximize damage. Okay, first things first, let's get our reactor rod. Really, all we need to do is draft Arbalest cards. So we're against the skittering foes, and they have scalar and attack bonus, bloodthirsty molters which grow in strength. Dispatch them quickly, which we certainly shall try. Let's see. I think we should go with our Arbalest on this one. Let's see, we can do 2. They're just going to move forward, so we want to get the damage up quick. Let's see. If we empower them, I think we can do that. 6 damage, get it down to 10. All right. How can we do that? They're only going to buff. And we'll see if we can put barrier on just so we have a little bit next turn. So that's going to do 20. Great. Pretty good start so far. Hopefully we can keep that momentum going. Got our reactor rod, and let's see what else we want. I wouldn't mind stacking up on favor early. Got an amorphous core. Was kind of hoping for favor, but I'll take what I can get. That gives us 2 rune. Cage of Light empowers 1 to the lantern. Or deal 5 damage and add melting point. Let's go with this one. And let's get rid of an aurora beam. Let's install our reactor rod. Okay, let's give our amorphous ore to them. And I want to do our wild arbalist. I don't need to heal. Let's go ahead and search the location, see if we can't open up the market. What can we get? What is this? Focus training. Choosing unit to draft a new combat card. Get favor. Let's do some focus training. We'll do our arbalist. Activate that. And what do we have? Deal 10 critical damage. Yes. Okay. Let's also get a favor. And we'll stack those up. Okay. Our amplifier module. Let's get our artifact fragment. Because that will at least give us favor 2 until we get a second one. And we're against buzzing death, who have engorged and flying. Flies like a butterfly, stings like a bee. Not that either exist anymore. What was his? Yeah, so our arbalist is who we want to take with us. Okay. Cool. Easy peasy. Let's get an artifact fragment. What do we want to do? Okay, yeah, we'll have to split them up. Super grub for healing, which we'll hang on to. And a new lantern card. Let's go ahead and let's uncover this new one here. I want to get rid of... Let's get rid of this Ava's Chosen. Another favor. I don't think I need... We can upgrade. So let's do that. That's 14. That's 6 times 4, so that's actually really good. I think I might... If I can, as long as I can empower, I can get a better benefit off of this. Yeah. Let's do our 14 critical damage. Chance encounter. Let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade our arbalist with a random perk. Which is what? Brawny. Might bonus 2. Not bad. Okay. And what do we have here for our Vanguard? Deal 8 damage, apply Fading Armor 2 to all friendlies while it's in the guard zone. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's prepare our defenses, take our chances. Let's gain max 2 favor. So that puts us at 12. Chance encounter. Let's go ahead and increase 1 of each stat. And another one to uncover the work pit. Let's gained the 35. Darn, but at least we got the 1 charisma up. Okay, so they're going to attack our gates with Great Thrasher. And they have Raging Thrasher, so it gains attack bonus whenever it misses, and Cleave Attacker. Enemies have attacks that strike all of our units within that zone. Swords for claws, stone for hide. Alright, so we're going to keep everybody here for now. Let's build up the damage because we're going to stay in this zone. Cool. I got lucky with that one. Nice. Couldn't ask for a better result. Corrupted core and artifact fragment. Wonderful. A faction struggle. Let's get a brute this time. Draft new combat card. And what do we want? Gain 2 rune, draw 1, or switches unit zone at lockstep. Let's focus on getting these Arbalest cards out of the way. Assemble some technology and draft a new tech. So we have reactive armor. Whenever unit gains empowered, also gains fitting armor 1. Web of inertia. Whenever you play a card that costs 2 plus command, you start the next turn with 1 additional command. And gushing puppet. Rupture deals splash damage. Ooh, that would be good if we had anything that would rupture, which we don't. Let's Web of Inertia is good. So is reactive armor, but we're not empowering a whole lot. Let's do Web of Inertia. And who do we have for our new rare units? So we have the Cranked Bombardier, and they have gain might bonus 2, but also gain exerted 1. And they have empowered bombs, which auto attack to deal splash damage equal to 50% of attack power, which won't be bad. We have the Rocket Lancer. Empowers Lancer to increase the base attack power of all exerted units by 50%. That would actually do well with our Vanguard. And they have Rocket Loader. Move a unit to guard zone. Apply supercritical 1. After this turn, Lancer gains 1 exerted. We have the Ambush Zealot. Who has empowered bleed? Would have been good for our gushing puppet tech. Deal 11 damage, apply fixation. I'm tempted to go with the Bombardier only because we haven't had them before. I know that this would be kind of better for our Vanguard right now, but I'd like to at least get familiar with all the units. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's see. Who can we negotiate with in the city? Requires strength. We're gonna do that. Okay, I'm going on an expedition. Our reactor rod's okay for right now. We could do an amplifier module. The amorphous ore. Yeah, let's go with the amorphous ore. I think we'll be okay with this boss battle. And a moth to flame. They have flying, afflictor, and siege attacker. So we want to bring our ranged folks. Damn. I was hoping they would attack. Bombardiers took a lot more damage than I wanted, but I think we can get them healed up before the boss. At least I hope so. Damn. Powered modification. Let's see what we can get. Draft a lantern card. This wouldn't be bad, actually. Especially with... Let's see. Rest now. Heal them up. Polar Expedition. Let's get this amplifier module. That way we only have to send one unit out, and it'll probably be our Arbalists, because they are doing actually pretty well on their own. So of land and sky. And these enemies have engorged and flying. Much to the dismay of scavengers, even the most diverse of molters can form synchronized hunting pairs. I don't want to do strafing run. Yeah, that's why I don't want to move to the zone. Perfect. Just how I'd hoped. Light glint initiative, apply empowered 1. That would be good to get off early. Or inflict 20 stagger to all enemies or safety bubble. I'm kind of leaning towards safety bubble. only because our vanguard are mainly going to be our frontline enemies, so or frontline soldiers, and I want to keep them alive. Let's see, can we get something here? Nope. Nope. And nope. We have plenty of copper, though. Buy liner cards. Let's see. I don't really want to buy lantern cards. Let's go ahead and pay this 40. And let's see, what would be good? Cranked up would actually be pretty good. And so would load the cannon. Let's do cranked up. And I want to do this one because we need some more damage output from our bombardier. Okay, we have 3 allies. Let's go ahead, take our chances, or draft a unit action. Let's go ahead and just take our chances. I don't really need the vials, we'll just gain +1. And I think we'll just do chance encounters for all our allies. Pay 10. Swap all light barrier cards for Trick of Light. So these are interesting because they give us more barrier, but they only have 2 charges each. Or we can acquire a barrier gizmo. And it's a one-time use. Let's just unlock the name of that card, so we're just gonna get that. So we're kind of down a little bit, but that's okay. Let's just bet on the favorite. Again, I don't really need to buy lantern cards. Let's upgrade. Cool. And we're going up against the behemoth. They have magnitude, dazing intent, and cleave attacker. Warning, seismic threat detected. The behemoth is a living mountain with multiple splash damage moves. Okay, let's go ahead, do cranked up. And we'll get that on board. Let's see. Let's move them up. Do that. Hit them there. Okay, let's get our attack bonus up. Let's get the armor on. Okay, we'll mitigate damage. Cool. So what do we want to do? Oh, damn. It's not looking good for our Vanguard. We gotta try and keep barrier on them or shield. Okay, so they're gonna hit. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. I don't need splash damage. Let's power them. What we can do is we can do strafing attack, or we can apply 8 barrier kindling 1. Well, we have a lot, so let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do that. Cool. Look at that. And we were able to take him out in a pretty good spot with minimal damage to our other units, and our Vanguard taking a brunt of the damage. And good thing we can get them all back to their original health. And down we go into another depth. Let's talk to the Troika Council and increase our squad members by 1. Who's going to benefit the most? I think our Arbalist might. But also our Vanguard as frontline enemies would also do pretty well. Let's get a new tech. And what do we have? Targeting scanner, quiet garden, energy exchanger. At the start of each turn, apply target command 1 to a random friendly or enemy. Target this card. Target this with a card to gain 1 command. Okay, so that's not bad. Quiet Garden. You gain 1 rune whenever you ignore a support card. Energy Exchanger. After you recycle a card that costs favor, your next card costs 1 less favor this turn. That would be good if we had repeated favor cards, which we don't. So let's go with Targeting Scanner. Let's go with the 5 Lantern Resilience. Our Brute. Let's see. For Comper, rest of the Tavern. Let's see. Let's do that. Let's do Chance Encounter. Glass of Vapors, apply Feeble. I forget a card for a unit. I wouldn't mind getting rid of preparation, to be honest. I just don't really use the I don't really use the rune. I say that now, but I'm probably gonna regret this later. And that's okay. I think I just get the favor. And abduction. Fandom Tide. All abilities are enhanced in Afflictor. The Kraken is a massive flying symbiont, capable of enthralling your units and laying waste to your lantern. Okay, we have no bonus, so we can take everyone. Especially with how much health they have. Okay. Let's get the Dizzy on. Alright. So then... Cool. So we can do attack bonus 2. Take out that. And add a melting point. I don't know if I want to do strafing run. We could and stack up the damage and hopefully... Do we have a reposition? We don't. We do. And hopefully we draw that next time. Because at least we can get those critical damage shots off. Okay. It's gonna be some gnarly damage. Yeah. Okay. We gotta heal our Vanguard now. Do this, that, and leave. Spoils to the victor. Draft a new combat card. Let's just do this for a Bombardier. The Undermarket. Welcome to the Undermarket. Let's go ahead and pay and discover the location. We have a corrupted core. Draft a rare unit. Okay, why not? The Scouring Fire Maiden. Okay. Empowering the Fire Maiden to add Melting Point to your hand after you play your first favorite card each turn. And they have a Feeble 3, Burning 3. Your next 2 favorite cards each cost 1 favor less. Wow. Let's say we try them out. Well, why not? Let's get these reactor rods. Who are we up against? The Hermit. Receives only 0.5 stagger from ranged attacks. Will inflict a status that applies damage later. Applies additional plague. This creature devours even the toughest materials with its dissolving slime, integrating metals into its shell. Let's bring the Fire Maiden. And we'll bring the Arbalist. I know we're not going to get as much stagger, but that's fine. Alright, I'd have to say I'm quite happy with those Fire Maidens. What do we want? We have 6. We can get a major growth, but we have a major growth here as well. Nice, super grub. Let's just go for this and get our copper. Let's install our reactor rod. And our super grub. And go and revive. Our vanguard. Let's go ahead and get this. Let's do another super grub. Quicksand. Spike buildup. This enemy can deploy spikes that cause melee attackers to take damage. Ambusher. Certain enemies begin battle in the guard zone. Unknown enemy. Prepare to defend herself. Okay, so ranged battle sounds like it's the plan then. What is recoilless? Let's see. Get our buffs on. Great. Pretty good outcome so far. Hopefully we can finish the job here. And we can. Let's get that super grub and maybe we can heal our Arbalist before the final battle. Cool. Plenty of cards that we received. Oh, no. Let me get that. Thank you. What are we at? Okay, we have another one there. Gain auto flurry 1 and trigger an extra bombardier auto attack, then gain exerted 1. Let's go with that. I know we're kind of getting heavy on the cards, but again, I just want to unlock as many as I can and kind of just learn what they do. Pawn item. I don't really need the copper, so we'll just put that back in our deck. Awesome. Let's see. Computation chip. Let's go for that one. Hermitage. Heavy plating, delayed damage intent, and regeneration. Hermits often attract the presence of parasites who feast in its wake. Oh, damn, our lantern's gonna die. Well, shucks. Should have been paying attention better. Feeble fixation. Vanguard gains provoke. Apply attack bonus 2 to lantern. Or feeble 3, dizzy 3. Let's do our fire maiden one. Assemble some technology and draft a new tech. Fusing wings. After you spend your first favor, gain 2 rune. Silver spike. Whenever a unit hits an enemy weak point with a ranged attack, apply rupture 3. It's good. Ultra dense. Increases the stagger multiplier of dizzy from 1.5 to 2. Let's do this one. That'll be good for our arbalist. Let's get dark metal. Just because we have the favor. Look for copper. And 49. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah, let's get this one. Is that okay? So powered 1 to all friendlies. We'll replace to the rescue, actually. Apply. Oh, this one's good too. It's the same thing. We just get the lockstep, and it doesn't have 2 charges. Symbiont Horde. Armor Shred. Reduced armor. Negative armor increases damage taken. Deadly waves of living rot come to greet the city on their own volition. Let's do this. Let's do this and that. Okay. And look at that. I took quite a bit of damage for some of my units, but I don't think it's anything that we can't come back from. Anything that I need. Armor break 4. I just want to get them so I can unlock the card names. But I'm pretty full up. I wouldn't mind adding another precision shot though. Let's go add another one just to get them stronger. Let's take our chances. Oh, I don't have enough gold. Okay. Let's try and face the boss. We have 30 force field. I think we'll be okay. So the Nemesis has Psychic Drain, Spawner, and Dispel Intent. So Psychic Drain applies Dread, and at 9 stacks, unleashes a powerful special attack, so we can't ignore it. The Nemesis of Humanity has come to witness the end. Oh, jeez. I think we might reserve Vanguard this one, but we'll see. Okay, there we go. Got him staggered. Let's do this. Let's see. Take out those weak points. Let's see if we can get some. That's fine. Okay. He has 4 stacks of dread so far, but I think we can finish it here. Great. And with not a whole lot of damage taken on our end either, which is nice. So let's head to the 3rd depth, and the 3rd depth, we always lose it to the boss. So let's see if we can get past it this time. I would very much like to. Let's get some allies. And the Troika Council to increase our squad members by 1. Let's see. Again, I think our Vanguard would be the better option here. Let's draft a new tech. House of Light. Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, random card for each unit costs 1 less. Martial Armory. You draw 1 extra card while we have equal to the max unit cards on battle. Foreboding Tower. At the start of each turn, draw an additional card. Maybe shuffle your draw pile, also with Shuffle and Dread too. Let's just do House of Light. It seems to be probably the better one. We have a couple of allies. Let's do a risky encounter. Definitely not going to go for that. Let's get a Reactor Rod. And who are up against? Let's see. The Wandering Strider. And they receive only 5.5 stagger from range attacks. They have Afflictor and Spawner. Enemy unknown. Prepare to defend yourself. Okay. Let's take these guys. Alright, let's get our Reactor Rod. I would like to get that Biomass Anomaly, because that could be Super Grub, I think. Let's see, deals 7 damage. Hits an extra time for each other unit in the zone. Or Protector. Let's... I think let's just get this one for our Fire Maiden. Damn. But we did get 2 favor. Let's put that Reactor Rod on. Let's see, is this one without charisma? Yeah. Damn. I really needed that. Solid footing. No. Alright, let's get this Super Grub. And we can send out our Arbalest, hopefully. Depending on the enemy. Thunderous. At 1 stack, enables powerful splash attack. A final destination. Alright, I think we'll be alright. Yeah, we'll be just fine. Our lantern took some damage, but that's alright. Okay, let's get that super grub. And I want to go for this one down here. 50-50 chance. We didn't get it, but we did get some copper. Let's do our Vanguard because we don't have a whole lot of cards for them. Counter hit. Deal 4 damage. The enemy intends to attack. Also inflicts stagger. Move to guard zone. Deal 6 damage. And if we're in the support zone, we also inflict 6 stagger. And that's initiative too, so we'll always start out there. But this one can be used more. Gain 2 rune. Apply empowered 1 to lantern. Disruption wave. Let's do disruption wave for a roll beam. Nice. We get 21 copper. Let's send out another expedition force. Let's do this other reactor rod. Silent Killer, and they have Cruel Shadow. Will dodge all damage and stagger of melee and range attacks during each of your turns. Phantom Blades are tangible when quenched with blood. See, this is one that's weird, because is Cruel Shadow always on? And if so, does that mean I can only apply things like burn? Because if that's the case, then these two would be the best to choose. See, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't... Huh. So I just have to focus on staying alive for my... Okay, so they're luckily staggered. Yeah, I just have to bank on those auto attacks and then burning. Cool, computation chip. Let's get that up, and we'll be at 46. Can we upgrade to its enhanced form? We get an extra charge there and some more. Safety bubble would be good. Beacon of Hope. would also be good. I think we'll do Beacon of Hope. Heal a unit. Let's heal these guys. Firebomb would be good. I think we're gonna skip. I think we're pretty full up on cards at this point. Let's do the artifact. Thunderdome. Yeah, thunderous. Got him staggered. I don't think we need to go to the guard zone. I think we can take him out here, hopefully this turn. Nice. Let's get artifacts. This is a super grub, which is great. Let's go for the money. And we did not get anything. Let's assemble some technology. Get a new tech on board. Lead and sinker. Auto attacks against enemies with fixation at 50% base stagger rate. Condenser cone. After you spend 2+ favor in a turn, draw 2 cards. Mythion regulator. The lantern can be empowered an additional time. The only thing that I would like would be lead and sinker, but we don't have anything that applies fixation. After I spend 2 favor, I could draw 2 cards, which actually wouldn't be bad for my large deck. So I'm going to go with that. And yes, I do have a large deck. Okay. Infusion. I'll just use that. I could have saved it, to be honest. I'll just go and get another one. Silent killer again. Okay. Let's go with the same cards. With the same units we did last time. Damn it. This could definitely kill me. Yeah, I'm dead here. I really don't see a way out of this. Finally. Oh my gosh, that was close. Damn, but now I'm down. The other ones. Oh, jeez. So I kind of just did that just to get my units back to health. I don't want to work for copper. I could. Let's do this last expedition. Let's get the steel monster bone. Tanks for nothing. And they have threat detector. Locks on in order to attack. After you play an offense card of a unit, tank locks on against feeble 5 if he switches targets. A deliberate but unpredictable assault may help one avoid a direct shot from the tank. So I need more units on the field. Oh, damn. They're dead. Oh, jeez. That was close. Damn it. let's drop the perk for our Vanguard. So Trailblazer. Whenever this switches to guard zone, next attack applies Dizzy. Quick guard begins in the guard zone. So that would negate 2 of our cards though. And then Sadism. Whenever an enemy becomes staggered, this unit gains attack bonus 1. I like that one. Alright, one more cycle. Move a unit to the support zone and apply recoilless, strafing run, or solid footing. I don't want any of those right now. Let's just prepare defenses. Let's see. Let's acquire 2 bandages. Be probably better given our condition. Damn. Bile serum. Apply attack bonus 2 to any unit. Loses 2 health. Or gain 2 favor. Let's just get the bile serum. How about that? Alright. Let's try and see if we can finally beat this depth 3 boss. And this is where we've always struggled. But today we're up against the Warlock. And they have Metamorphosis. And so they switch between Deflector and Flying. Flying receives only 0.5 from stagger from melee, and Deflector receives 0.5 stagger from ranged attacks. The apex form of Chitin and Wrestling. Okay. Again, I don't want to move him to the zone, but I'll do it just to get the damage on board. Okay, it's going to do 24 damage. Gotta get him out of there now. Sweet. We got him staggered. And our Arbalest lived to continue the fight, which was what I was worried about. Oh, jeez. That barrier is killing us too, because it's... Okay, I want to... What are they gonna do? I want to bring them back. I can do that. I can also get that. And bring down their barrier. What the hell? That's not good. Oh, geez. I think I may be in a bit of a bind here. Just try and keep him alive, because I don't know who he's going after, but okay. Get him staggered. We finished the job here. We can. We did it. Oh man. End of the line. You have overcome depth 3 underbelly, but the vault city is still unable to breach the planetary core yet. Victory? Wow. Okay, so that was the final depth, and very much I can very much tell why, because that last boss is extremely tough, and you know, as we still learn to understand all the cards, all the units, the perks, and the general mechanics of the game, hopefully it becomes a little bit easier and we get closer each time. And so we have now unlocked Overseer, and they have empowered oversight. Empower the Overseer to cause it to gain 4 barrier whenever you play a card of another unit. Rated for up to 9,000 miasma pressure units. It's a cool looking unit too. And they have Dive In, and they also have this card which deals 6 damage to an enemy or applies 4 barrier to another. I like this unit. They look cool too. Very Bioshock-like. Alright. Let's see. We still need to draft 3 more Arbalest cards. And 22 more Dauntless cards. As well as 22 more Smith cards. Okay. Well, it looks like we have our work cut out for us, and I think we'll continue with the Votive and see if we can't unlock all of their nodes. In any case, as always, I appreciate you stopping by, and we'll see you next time.